we are going to see how to draw the graph of quadratic expression. In JEE Mains, you will not get direct questions from this topic, but the concept is important in order to solve various problems asked in JEE Mains. So first of all, let us consider a quadratic expression. As you know, say fx is equals to ax square plus bx plus c. It's the standard form of a quadratic expression. Now, how to draw the graph for any quadratic expression? For that, three important points. তোমালোকে তিনিটা important points ইয়াতে observe করব লাগব. What are the three important points? First of all, a, whether a greater than 0 or less than 0. See, first of all, number 1, if a greater than 0, then graph of this is opening upward. I mean to say the graph of this quadratic expression will be like this, opening upward. It can be here also, it can be here also. After all, the graph is opening upward when a greater than 0. And if a less than 0, the graph is opening downwards. The graph will be of this pattern. It can be like this, it can be here also, it can be here also. After all, it's opening downwards. So this is the role of A. So A will tell you that whether the graph is of this type or this type. Oh, one more important point. The graph of quadratic expression of this type ax square plus bx plus c, whenever it is x square, or you can say y equals to x square plus bx plus c, the graph is a parabola and it will be either opening upward or opening downward. It's not like this, it's not like this. So these two types of parabola you can forget about it. So one thing is confirmed, by observing the sign of A, whether A greater than 0 or less than 0, orientation of the graph or orientation of the parabola, you can decide. After that, we have to see where is the vertex, where the vertex is located. So how to observe it? Let me explain. Now this is the role of A, and by A we can decide the orientation. Second point you have to remember, vertex of any parabola of this type is given by minus b by twice A, and minus d by your 4a. This is the vertex for any given parabola. ABC, whenever some particular parabola is given, the numerical value for ABC will be given to you, and from there you can calculate. D stands for discriminant, and you can calculate the discriminant. D, as you know, it is b square minus 4ac. And if, say, these coordinates become positive, say 2, 3, it means vertex lies in first quadrant. If you calculate the vertex using this formula, and if it's come positive and negative numbers, then immediately you can decide the vertex lies in which quadrant, positive and in fourth quadrant. If both signs are negative, then vertex lies in third quadrant, and if it's come negative and positive, then vertex lies in second quadrant. So using this formula, we can decide the vertex of the parabola. Where we will take some examples. So at first, let me explain the role of A. I explained it. How to decide vertex using this formula, it is also clear. Third point, what's the role of C? C will tell you where the vertex cuts the y-axis. The coordinate is 0, c. That is the rule of C. C এ তোমালোকক কি ক'ব যে প্যাৰাবোলাটো y-axisক কোন পইণ্টত কাটিছে। এতিয়া আৰু কিছু কথা আছে, আমি এইখিনি ইয়াতে ক্লিয়াৰ কৰি লওঁ। Say let me take a graph. It's a parabola I have taken. Opening upward, so definitely whatever expression is there for this parabola, so in that case a is always greater than 0. And suppose this coordinate, it is suppose 3 and it is suppose say 7. 3 and 7 for any parabola. Say for this parabola ax squared plus bx plus c. For this quadratic expression f of x equal to this, say this is the particular parabola I have taken. It cuts the x-axis at 3 and 7. It means the roots of this or the zeros of this are 3 and 7. Means if you put 3 for x, the value will be 0. যদি 7 বহাই দিয়ে x এর জায়গায় value কি আহিব 0. I want to say f of 3 is 0, f of 7 is 0. Next, one more important conclusion you can take, that is your ax squared plus bx plus c always less than 0 for all x belongs to 3, 7. 3, 7. In between 3 and 7, whatever value you take for x, say this is some value for x, then y coordinate is this much. That is f-axis, this value, it is your y, or f-axis less than 0. So that conclusion you can take. Whatever parabola is given. Suppose some parabola is like this, and it is suppose negative 5, and it is your negative 2. So what you can say, for all x belongs to negative 5, negative 2, and this is suppose some quadratic expression fx, f of x is always greater than 0, because you see y coordinate is always greater than 0. So this is one most important point we have discussed. Next, here discriminant and the value of a, observing the value of a, some important conclusion you can take. The first point, let me say, suppose some quadratic expression, you observe that a less than 0, a less than 0, and discriminant is also less than 0. So what does it mean? A less than 0 and as well as b less than 0. It means ax squared plus bx plus c, that is less than 0 for all x. A less than 0, that is your opening downwards. D less than 0, that means it never cuts the x-axis. That's why it as it opening downwards, a less than 0 opening downwards. So let me show in a graph. This is your x-axis, and just taking the quadratic expression, you have calculated discriminant. তোমালোকে ডিসক্রিমিনেন্ট ক্যালকুলেট কৰিলা, দেখা পালা নেগেটিভ আহিল, ডিসক্রিমিনেন্ট লেস দেন 0 আহিল। তাৰমানে আমি ক্লাস 10 লেভেলত কৈছিলো root does not exist, তাৰমানে x axis of নাকাটে। Now a less than 0 will tell you it's opening downwards. So graph will be like this. The graph will be like this. It can be here also, and if we decide the vertex, then we can locate the graph exactly. I will take some examples. So first of all, when a less than 0 opening downwards, b less than 0, it never cuts the x-axis. As it never cuts the x-axis, so possibility is that it entirely lies below x-axis. It entirely lies below x-axis. Okay, second point you see. Second point, Say second case we are taking, that's your you can say a greater than 0 but d less than 0. It means what? A greater than 0, this is suppose x axis, this is your x axis, and a greater than 0, that is your opening upward. D less than 0, it never cuts x axis. So graph will be entirely above x axis. Above x axis. So somewhere here you can take y axis. So graph will be like this. This is the second case. Or now one thing you may say, if d less or equal 0, in that case it will touch the x axis. And in the previous case where we considered a less than 0 and d less than d less or equal 0, then a less than 0 means opening downwards, so it may touch the x axis. This is the fact considering sign of a and discriminant. Next, let us take some examples so that we can explain it in better way. Let me take some questions. Say how to draw the graph. See here. Let us try to draw the graph of this quadratic expression. Fx is your 3x square minus 2x minus 7. 3x square minus 2x minus 7. Immediately you write ABC. A is your 3, B is your negative 2 and C is your negative 7. Then calculate D using formula B square minus 4AC and B is your 4 and minus 4AC. 4 3s are 12, it is negative, so plus it will be your B square minus 4AC, that is your 12 7s are 84. So that will be your 88. So D you have calculated as 88. Now let us calculate the vertex at first. So vertex is what? Vertex of this parabola. As you know the formula already, it is given to you. Vertex is your minus b by a and minus b by minus b by twice a, minus b by twice a and minus d by 4a. This was the formula for vertex. So using this formula we calculate the vertex at first. Equal to b is your negative 2, then it is your 2 by twice of a is your 3, that will be 6. Next, and be careful while you are calculating the vertex because negative sign is sign here. Then d is your 88, so minus 88. It is your minus 88. And 4 times a, that is your 12. It is your 12. Equal to 1 by 3, and that will be your cancel out by 4, 22 by 3. So we have calculated the vertex. Vertex is your 1 by 3 minus 22 by 3. Positive, negative. That means vertex lies in which quadrant? That is in 4th quadrant. So now from here it's coming over. Now from here we can say one thing is confirmed. The vertex is your 1 by 3 and minus 22 by 3. Say 1 by 3 is positive. Say let me take this is your 1 by 3. This you can take it just in idea that this much is your 1 by 3. And 22 by 3 is what? It is 7 point something. So you can say 7 whole 1 by 3. So 7 whole 1 by 3. That will be here it is 1 by 3 and 7 whole 1 by 3, 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 that way just in somewhere here you will get the vertex. Somewhere here you will get the vertex. So one thing is confirmed, that is your 1 by 3 minus 22 by 3 vertex is this. It is your 1 by 3 comma minus 22 by 3. So vertex we have located appropriately. Now next you have to decide it's opening upward or downward. Then you observe A. A is your what? A is your 3. As A greater than 0, A equal to 3, which is greater than 0. So it is opening upward. That means it is the vertex, it will go like this way. Now the point is where it will cut the y-axis. That thing you have to decide. So for that you observe C. C is how much? C is your minus 7. So it will cut the y-axis at 0 comma minus 7. So already this was your 7 point something. So somewhere here you will get 0 comma negative 7. So the graph will go and like this way. And one more point let me say where it will cut the x-axis. And it is your y. Let me show here. It is your y equal to this much. Fx means y equal to this much. So when it will cut the x-axis, y is 0, then 3x squared minus 2x minus 7 equal to 0. Now solving this, you will get the coordinates on x-axis, where it will cut the x-axis. And if you solve it, already discriminant calculated, that is your d was your 88. So x equal to minus b, that is 2 plus minus root over b square minus 4c, that is d, which is your 88. 88 by twice of a, that is your 6, which is equal to, now here you see it is your 88. 2 plus minus. So 2 take out twice of 22, root over 22 by 6 equal to 2 common 1 plus minus root over 22 by 1 6. So once you will consider 1 plus root over 22. So as you know, root over 16 is 4. So 4 point something it will be. 4 point something. So if you take 1 minus 4 point something, that is 1 minus a 4.5, let me take, by 6. That is your minus 3 point something. So somewhere here it will cut minus 3 point something, because this must is your 7. So somewhere here it will cut. So this will be the shape. And from the origin, whatever distance, same distance, here you take, and this way you can draw the graph of parabola. Vertex is this, and coordinates you have got. So we can draw the graph by this way. And one more thing, between these 2 points, whatever value of x you take, that's fx is always less than 0. What you can say, that's 3x squared, in this case, minus 2x minus 7 is always less than 0. For which values of x? For those values of x in between these two. So it is your 1 plus root over 22 by 6 comma 0, and here, sorry, it is not by 6, it is your 2 cancel out 3, sorry, it is your 3, that is your by 3. So by 3, and here it is your 1 minus root over 22 by 3. So what I told, here it is your 1 minus 4 point something, so it will be, actually it will come like somewhere here. It is not minus 3 point something, because by 3 it is divided. So it will come more close to the origin. So whatever is this, the main part is that you have drawn the graph just using these points. I hope I could make it clear to you. Thank you.